on a pillow of shame and a blanket of guilt. How do Christians have sex? I'm Damien, Dane, and this is The Sesh. You know, Marjorie Taylor Greene hates Jews so much, she asked her doctor if she could be circumcised and insists on paying full price for her tiki torches. Happy Black History Month, everybody. And here's your reminder that you'll never be cooler than a black person. Most people do not look younger when they're bald. And black people look younger when they're alive. And I know black don't crack, and that's not just because crack is whack, but it's because black people have actually clued into something that I don't think white people will ever get. They'll never understand it. Something that makes your skin supple and beautiful, and that is ignoring stupid white people. You know how you know it's hell? No sushi. 25% of Americans say they will not be getting the COVID vaccine at all. And that really goes to show what this pandemic has done to people. I mean, even queers are being finicky on what they're going to let people stick in them. I know I've been alone so much lately. I've named my volleyball, and I found out that olive oil is a really, really good cure for leather burn. Thank you all for coming back to The Sesh. I have a wonderful interview for you today since it's Wednesday and that's the interview day. This is Jareth Nebula. Please enjoy.
Hey everybody, I'm here with the amazing and extremely talented and visually inspiring Jareth Nebula. Hello.
Hello everybody. How are y'all doing?
Thanks so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. I have been such an admirer for some time now, and I know that a lot of the viewers are too. And they have some of the same questions I do. And then, okay, let's get right to it. What inspires your looks?
A lot of things, actually. I have a lot of people that inspire me, but mostly like otherworldly stuff, things out of the norm, space, aliens, a couple people that, you know, are very eclectic in their looks that go all over the place with like shape-shifting essentially, is very inspiring to me as well. Did you want me to list people that inspire me? Sorry.
No, I mean, like you can. So, but it's you know, theatrically inspired, you know, morphing of because like I looking at your photos, there's definitely been transformation that's constantly happening, right? I mean, I can see that.
Definitely. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Describe that. What spawns it? What motivates it, and what keeps it going?
My looks, or like aesthetic?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Or, you know, I mean, if it's more than just a look,
I think there's a little bit of a lag.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll fix it.
Okay, cool. Aesthetically, I am always changing. I pride myself on being a shapeshifter. I think that having a range is very important for anybody who is wanting to inspire others, I feel like. I also think that it stems from just years and years of being a professional model. I've always had to be like all over the place with that as well. So it kind of just stuck with me over the years.
That's interesting. So more on the aesthetic. What inspires I mean, it looks like circuitry, the tattoos. I have a couple of friends who have similar art, and people ask me, hey, what is that? What's that all about? So let me ask you so you can tell everybody.
Yeah, totally. My circuitry tattoo is based on just wanting to be, I'm really obsessed with cyborgs. In the Star Trek universe, in all universes, I think that cyborgs, just the like the meshing of like cybernetics and computers with biological just creatures in general. So just any kind of morphing, like transhumanism, is really fascinating to me. And so I kind of wanted to turn myself into a cyborg, and this is kind of how I started with that.
So, but that's yeah. And so the visual reminds you. Is it the friend that I'm talking about? Has intrinsic issues with humanity in general and just doesn't identify with humanity. And so this person specifically identifies as an alien. And so, as I guess, is there a lack of identity with humanity that makes you want to go towards being a cyborg? Or is it just that you're a multi-level human?
I think it's a little bit of both. I feel like I do try to disconnect myself with being human as much as I can, just because I feel like it inspires myself. I inspire myself when I do that. Like, it helps me like grow as a person. And like also I don't have necessarily like a hatred for humanity, because I think that humanity is very multifaceted and has like a lot of just there's a lot of black and white, but there's also a lot of gray area. And I think that humans fail to realize their potential a lot of the time. So it kind of makes me upset with them as a whole, if that makes sense.
Oh, completely. And the way that humanity is showing its ass these days, who can blame you? And I feel I'm pretty much with you. So, what musicians do you enjoy?
I am also, that is another thing that I'm very eclectic about. I listen to pretty much every kind of music that you can think of. I do listen to like hip hop a lot. I mean, I listen to a lot of hip hop. I listen to a lot of goth music from like all the way from like the 80s to like 90s industrial music. I listen to dark wave, witch house, some dubstep. I listen to happy hardcore. I do enjoy going to any kind of music. Well, now that we can't, it's a little different, but I used to go to a lot of different types of music, like festivals and raves and goth clubs, and just concerts in general. Like, I was going to them quite frequently.
Definitely. Oh, that's really. Um, do you have merch? I'll be able to put up, like a link to the site, or because I mean people look at you and they want to wear. I mean, I want to wear you on me. I want people to see. I want to represent, and I want to promote you.
Yeah, well, I do make collars, like that's one specific thing that I make, but I am branching out into making some clothing. I just started doing digital art, so I'm putting my digital art on clothing pretty soon here, in the next like month or so. I also have like a lot of different shops that I support and buy from. And I also just, I buy a lot of clothes, and I celebrate a lot of different types of artists and stuff like that as well. So it's just kind of all over the place. Like if there's something specific, like so I'm totally open with sharing. So like if someone like was to comment on a picture or something and was like, hey, where'd you get that? I'd be very open to answer. I also have a lot of things like that that happen. So
How is it easiest to keep in contact with you? Are you an Insta person or?
Facebook is like primary, but I also am on Instagram a lot as well. So it's pretty much Instagram and Facebook are the two primary means of social media.
Awesome. What is up next for you? What do you have coming up that people can get excited about?
Well, I'm doing a lot of modeling this year. I have decided that I'm gonna have like I'm gonna do at least a photo shoot every month or every other month, and I'm gonna try and get published more.
Nice.
I would like to get into more magazines and put my face out there and just, you know, I would like to get brand promotion as well, but you know, that's on the back burner because I'm not very good at promoting myself. So
Mhm.
so I just kind of, you know, wait around, I guess. I also would like to get into making more clothing and like one of a kind pieces. I'm working on a couple of vests. I'm painting vests right now. So that's another thing I'm working on. Different types of spikes for my collars. That's pretty much the main stuff.
Nice. I'll make sure that people have the info so they can follow you. Um, what do you say? Because okay, like we have some pretty interesting friends in common for sure. And I'm gonna actually send Frankie Doom a message. And tell them if they want to be as cool as Jareth, then you know they have to do an interview with me. And it'll probably be very convincing. So, as far as people that are inspired by you, what message do you have for them?
Well, that's a good question. There are different types of people that follow me. I have everyone from like people in the, you know, transgender community, people in the EDS community, which is my disability that I have. It's like my primary one. And I guess the message that I would like, just a broad message to everybody, is that I wish that everybody had the power to be themselves. I think that it's very important that everybody um, stay true to yourself, stay true to who you are as a
Mhm.
person, stay true to your morals and your values, and constantly reevaluate what those mean to you, because you're not going to be the same your whole life. You're going to transform constantly, you're going to grow constantly and evolve. Remember to think critically and evolve into yourself. It's important to constantly evolve.
I love that. I'm definitely old school, but I come from the Madonna school of evolution constantly. So I feel that.
Nice, very nice.
It's great talking to you. I wish people watched videos that were like, you know, an hour long because I could talk to you forever. If you all want to follow Jareth, please look at the information that's linking up on your screen right now. Anything else?
No, that's all I can think of right now.
Groovy. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Hopefully you'll come back in a few months and update us on what's going on.
That would be lovely.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll see you very soon. Mwah!
Thank you, Jareth Nebula. I'm putting all of that information right there so that you can check it out a little bit. Hey, if you like this show, let me know and then share it. If you don't like this show, tell me why. And we have on Mondays, Musical Mondays. Don't know what we're going to call Wednesdays, but that's the interview day. And then on Fridays is Foodie Fridays. This coming Friday, which is in 2 days, you're going to see cheese enchiladas. I'm going to make them for you. And I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ is actually going to be joining me that day. Really, really special guest that day. So tune in. We'll see you then. I'm Damien Dane. This is The Sesh. Fear not, love forth.